guys, what's up? It's your girl Jamila and welcome back to my laboratory. You guys have asked and I'm here to deliver. Today I'm going to show you how to design, print, and press an all-over shirt like this. I'll have everything I use linked in the description box below. And if you like this video, you learned something new, give your girl a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel. Alright y'all, let's just go ahead and jump right in it, right? So the first thing we're going to do is start off in canva.com and we're going to go to create a design, and whatever paper size you're using are the dimensions you're going to enter. I'm going to be using 13 by 19 size paper, so that is what I'm going to enter, okay? So first thing we're going to do, first thing I want you to do is go up here to file and select show rulers and show guides. And what you're going to do is go ahead over here to the side and pull your rulers and stuff out until you get to the center of your page. And when it turns like this pinkish color, that is letting you know it's in the center. And we're going to do the same for the top. Awesome. So I've broken my page up into sections, and this is going to help with the designing, because the way we're going to split the prints, you essentially want to get your design kind of like just not all over the page. You want it to be kind of centered, because when you split the prints, it kind of stretches out, and if you design the whole page, it'll be too big, etc., etc. I know that sounds kind of crazy, but just stick with me, okay? It'll make more sense towards the end of the video. And also, I've split my paper into 4 sections because I know it takes about 4 pieces of paper to get a full bleed print on the shirt that I'm using. And to get this measurements, what I did was just laid my shirt on the ground and laid some paper on top of it to see how many it would take to cover the paper. To cover the shirt, okay? So all shirts are not the same. You guys are gonna have to do this for whatever shirt you're using to know how many splits you're gonna need to do your all over shirt. So whatever size paper you're using, this is what you need to do, okay? Lay that shirt down, lay your paper down, and see how many you need. And again, this is all just a guesstimation. We may need to come back and make some changes, okay? Just use this as a blueprint and adjust as needed. Now that I have all of that out the way, let's go ahead into the design. So I'm really going to keep this design real simple, right? We're going to go over to photos, and I'm going to get like an orange ombre. And I like this one, and I'm just going to turn this, and kind of stretch it. That keeps moving. And just kind of stretch it through like the middle of my page. Something like that. Okay. And I'm going to go to my uploads and grab a picture. Actually, this is actually the design I'm going to be making. So when you upload a picture to Canva, it'll pull like a PNG, it'll pull the colors from this image. So I can either right click and hit apply colors to page, see, because this is the blue I wanted and I got that blue. Okay, so I got this blue, so I can go ahead and just delete that. Now to get this, actually I'm just going to pull this up in the second page so I can use it as a guide. Okay, so to get this look, what we're going to do is go over here to elements, and we're going to look for like paint splatter. And you're just going to grab whichever one you use, right? To get like, because I don't like how harsh this line is right here. So I just wanted to, make it a little less harsh. So what I did was just grab a bunch of different random paint splatters. You see it starts off black, and I could just highlight it and just change the color. So now I changed it to the background color, so it kind of, like blends in like that. And I'm just going to do that for all, and I'm just going to put them in random places. And so the paint splatters apparently are like, some of them are like a Canva Pro feature. I do have a Canva Pro subscription. I highly suggest you guys get one too. If you don't and you want to try, if you don't have one and you want to try it out, I do have a link, an affiliate link in the description box. for a 30-day free trial, okay? As well as the other list of supplies that I've used in this video. Okay, so I have that. Now I'm going to go to my uploads, things that I've uploaded into Canva, and I'm going to go ahead and get this tiger. Okay, so I have my uploads, and I'm just going to go ahead and put that here. So I was actually asked to do this all over graduation design or like tutorial. So, you know, I'm doing this as a graduation theme, but of course this concept can be applied to anything, right? Let's go back over to elements, and we're going to grab some number frames. So we're going to type in number frame under the elements tab, and you want to get the numbers that have like this sky kind of background in it. And of course the 5 just showed up. So I know there's a series of these, right? So I'm going to click these 3 dots right here, and I'm going to click see more like this, and it's going to bring up the whole collection. Okay, so we're going to go ahead with the 2022. Awesome. And we're just going to size all of these down. Now, I need to select all of these numbers right here. But of course, if I try and click the numbers, I'm going to shift this background right here. So what we need to do, and what I've actually should have done in the beginning is, hold on, I think is lock this. So we're going to make sure that this orange part is highlighted and hit lock. Now it won't move, right? So I also need to do that for some of the paint splatter that we put on here, so those won't move as well. And just move that out the way, and then make, okay, that one's locked. So none of this will move. So now I can go ahead and grab these letters and group them together. And I'm just going to go ahead and lock all the other splatters and stuff too. So whenever you want to build on top of something, lock the bottom layer, okay? So it'll stay in place and won't move. And like I said, you want to kind of keep your design in the center of your 4. So how I have this tiger right here, this is too far away. So when I split this print, it might actually get cut off. Like, so if you lay a shirt down, right? So this, we'll say this is probably going to be like on the left shoulder area or the right shoulder area. Either way, it's going to be on the shoulder area, right? So it'll probably get cut off. So I do just want to bring this down a little bit. And like I said, there's no exact science to this. A lot of this is trial and error. So, you know, you may have to do this a couple times. Readjust your design and stuff like that. So now what I'm going to do to fill in how I have this blue right here, I'm going to go to photos. And I'm just going the same way I looked for an orange black background, I'm going to look for a blue background. And I'm just going to find one that I like and just plug it into the numbers. And that's why you want to get the numbers with like that, you know, blue sky grass kind of background, because you can fill it in with images. And let's get, because it is a graduation theme, this doesn't necessarily, you know, scream graduation. Let's go to elements and grab a graduation hat. And we could put that on top of the tiger. Just because, I don't know, I think that's super cute. And make sure you stick around in the video, because I will show you guys how to create a mock-up. Like if you're doing this design for a customer, you know, people need like visuals. Like I can't send this to somebody who's not necessarily creative, and they'll understand, you know, what the shirt is looking like. So we'll create a mock-up to help them better visualize you know, help them visualize what they can be expecting the shirt to look like. Okay, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and type, hit the T on my keyboard for text. We're gonna type graduates, move it down, make it bigger, and change the font. You know, I love my Brittany font. Change it to white. Oh, what color did I have? No, I have blue. this blue right here, and we're just going to make it neon. Hit effects and hit neon. And bam. Awesome. Look at that. Oh, that looks so good. Alright, so let's just go ahead and delete that because it was my guide. And yeah, so I'm pretty confident with the way I have this designed and how I have everything on there. So what you're going to do is just go ahead and download this, save it as a PNG to your computer. So now this is the part where we create the mockup. So what we're going to take the image that we just downloaded and upload it back into Canva. Oh, hold on. So you're just going to upload that into Canva. And let's go down here and add new page. Delete this background. Well, we don't really need to, but we'll just make it white. Anyway, so take this. And you can hit edit image, smart mockups. And as you can see, Canva has their own mockups. You know, you could put it on a computer, etc., etc. We're going to scroll down until we find the shirts. So here's the clothing. And we're going to go, I mean, you can put it on a person if you want, but we're just going to go ahead and use one of these plain, y'all see, this is why I love Canva. You can do your design, you can do your mock-up, and of course we don't want this white sleeve, right? So you'll just hit like these, I don't know, this little thing right here, and you can change the color of your shirt. And it already has the colors that I've used from the image, and I was just able, you know, it says document colors. Just go ahead and do that and line it up like that, y'all. And this, like, come on, like, this is a perfect mock-up. Get Canva Pro. If you don't have Canva Pro, I don't know what you're waiting on, right? Affiliate link in the bio. Get your 30 days free. So so you would download this PNG. Of course you would want to go ahead and use your watermark. You know, watermark it. You would download it as a PNG. Now, this is the thing. So let me go ahead and add my watermark. Your watermark is basically like your logo, or, you know, something in this picture where people just can't take your picture and try and pass it off as theirs. You know, of course, watermarks can be removed, blah, 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 blah. But, you know, try and protect your work. Anyway, so I would add my logo, and I would just take the transparency down, right? You want it to be like visible, but not so in your face. So I would just probably put that at like a 14. Then when you download this, you would download like your mock-up. You would say compressed file. You want to do it at a lower quality because sometimes people will take your mock-up and try and remake it, or try and, you know, use it as their own, or send it to somebody else to do it. And if it's at a low quality, it won't really be able to be used, or, you know, uploaded to another site, and you know what I'm saying? So it just prevent theft, you know, just make theft a little bit harder for everybody, right? So of course, in order to compress it and have a low quality file, you need Canva Pro. Like I said, link in the description box, Canva Pro, free 30-day trial. Anyway, so now that, you know, you have your mock-up, you send it to the customer, they're like, yeah, I love that, blah, blah, blah. Also, the mock-up will help you with your design, and when we press it, this is kind of like what it would look like, right? So remember when I said that when the tire was up here, it was too high and it would have been like cut off on the shoulder area? This is like giving the perfect example, because if I would have left it right here, yeah, it would have been cut off. But anyway, the design looks great. We have it saved. Now, this is the part that trips everybody up. In my previous videos, I was showing you how to split your prints with just your settings on your Microsoft computer, right? But then I had people who were like, how do you do this on the Mac? It wasn't working for them, etc., etc. So your girl found an alternative, okay? So your girl really be dropping the gems and giving y'all the tea. So I would totally appreciate and be so grateful if you guys like the video. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel. Share the video with your friends or anybody else you know who may need some help with their crafting as well. And if you really wanted to show the laboratory love, you guys can always send a donation, right? The PayPal donation link is in the description box of this video, or you could just purchase a t-shirt, you know, grab some merch from the laboratory. Okay, all love is appreciated, whether it's a like, share, subscribe, t-shirt purchase, or a $1 donation. I really appreciate it. Okay, so back to the video. So we're going to go over here to the imageonline.com.ua, and of course that will be in the description box, and we're going to go ahead and upload our image. Now right here is the cutting settings for photo. Since I know I need 4 parts, I'm going to do 2 in width and 2 in height. So however many you made in that grid on Canva is what you need to type in right here, and then you're just going to go ahead and hit OK. And now you get your images, right? So you're just going to go ahead and download that zip file. And then you're going to extract all. Now we're not quite done, okay? There is an extra step that we have to take. So once we see all our images split, looks real good. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and I just want to show you guys. So if I was to go and print this, printer being crazy, just for this example, just for the sake of this, I just want y'all to see. So hold on. So if you were to go and print this, you see there is so much room left on this image, right? So if you try and print this just like this, it's not going to print to the full page like we want it. So what you're going to have to do is right click it, hit resize, define custom dimensions, and I hope this works for everybody, y'all. I really do. So we get this, right? And obviously this is in pixels. So what I did was go over here to this website, pixel2.net, right? And it has like a little little chart. So my paper size is 13 by 19, right? So I need to do 13 inches is 1248 in pixels. So let me go back to that. So I'm going to type in 1248 for the width, and it auto adjusts to the height being 1825, right? And if we go back to the chart, we'll see, let's see, 19 is 1824. So I mean, you know, it's just about the same thing. So now after you do that, you're going to go ahead and save your resized copy and just name it something you'll remember, right? Like a resize 1. And you'll just do that with all of the save it, and you'll just do that with all of the pictures that we just did. And now you can go ahead and print. Okay, so now that we have this all worked out, we're going to go ahead and assemble. Once everything is printed, I'm just going to trace my shirt on a poster board, making it slightly bigger than the shirt, and just cut that out. And this is just going to help with the stability of the shirt while I move it around on my press, because I am using a 15 by 15 heat press, okay? And then we're just going to go ahead and put the shirt onto the board. Now for the fun part. So when you print your image, it has this little white border. So what you're going to do is just cut off one of the white borders as close to the image as possible without actually cutting the image, and put tape on the other side, okay? And then you're just going to piece it together like a puzzle. Now the name of this game is patience. So just take your time, and I usually just focus on aligning one spot of the picture, and that usually just, you know, help me keep it straight. So you don't have to go tape crazy at this point, because once we tape everything together, we're going to go ahead and flip it over and then tape the back up really good. So I know this video was kind of long, but just bear with me, guys. We're almost done. I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss anything, because I definitely want you guys to be able to do this project too, okay? So once we just go ahead and tape everything up really good, this is what we get, and look how good that looks. Like one nice seamless piece, right? So I'm just going to go ahead and lay my shirt on top of my image that the shirt is on the poster board, and I'm just going to kind of place it where I want, right? And as you can see, the sleeves Some of the sleeves hang off the shirt, so it's not covered all the way, which is fine because you see we have extra at the bottom. So I'm just going to cut this extra off the bottom, and then I'll use that to put onto the sleeves later. I always do the sleeves last when I do these shirts, just because sleeves are complicated, okay? So I'm just going to go ahead and cut off all the extra around the shirt. Then I'm just going to go ahead and lint roll really well, and I'll go ahead and pre-press my shirt all the way around. And then we're just going to go ahead and take some Elmer adhesive spray, and this just helps keep the design onto the shirt as we shift it around. Lightly spray it. I did go a little bit heavy, okay? So just lightly spray it, then you're going to take it to your press in 400 degrees for 60 seconds, and here is the result. Y'all, look how good that is. Oh, and then I'm just going to repeat the process for the sleeves, right? Make a jig, put the pieces on, and this is it, you guys. As always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, I'll see you later.